Hey. This tuning fork is for the pineal gland specifically. And so I thought I would just do a little tune up so we can center. Because I'd really like you awake for this. Okay, guys. Yo. New moon in Aquarius, what's good? I am so stoked to talk to you about this. In true Aquarian nature, like, I didn't post this yesterday on the Lunar New Year because she was really busy doing other things. So busy. But no, yesterday was really like my new year, and so I had so much that I wanted to do to attune my energy and my frequency to that of what this highest potential of what this year ahead is going to bring, or may likely bring for us all. So I was deep in intention setting, and then creative flow, and then charming my own serpent energy. Yeah, okay, but let's dive right in. Okay, so across all branches of astrology, my natal moon is in Aquarius. So that's tropical, that's sidereal, that's Vedic. So this is very, very much who I am to my core. And so I really love talking about the moon in Aquarius because it is typically very misunderstood. And so just when you think you know, Aquarius moon is going to switch it up on you. And so it very much cannot be put in a box. Oftentimes, lunar Aquarians are labeled as the aliens of the zodiac. But this is because these souls are seeded from other, more advanced civilizations in the cosmos. And we come to Earth with this innate, ingrained remembrance of our cosmic origins. And we really don't come here very often, but we come here in times of great change to help navigate. And that doesn't mean we don't have our own human issues and egoic things to work through. We very much do. But we're here to work through that and then also help those around us. Because Aquarian Moon represents emotional intelligence and humanitarianism at a greater global scale. It represents futuristic ideologies. And so we really are these cosmic humanitarians. And that's also, oftentimes we're seen as total weirdos because we do carry these energy signatures that are not so common here right now on the earth plane. And so many of us have adopted a fuck it attitude starting at a very young age, and learn how to emotionally detach because there has been so much projection or projected misjudgment of our experience from the world around us, starting from the time that we were very young. And I feel right now it's a little bit important to say that you're only considered crazy until everybody else catches up. So it's like we come here and we see straight through the manipulation and the mass dissonance that this causes. And it's like our souls cannot succumb to this programmed brainwashing of the matrix or of this game and the emotions that can get you twirled up in it. And so instead, we just stay very true to our authentic selves and our autonomy by letting our freak flags fly. And this is so important because the more liberated and self-sovereign lunar Aquarians are, the more medicine they carry by actively embodying this authenticity. And they'll trigger people. We're here to trigger people around us because through this trigger, we are showing others where they still yearn and strive to be free in their own unique expression of self. And so it's helping people awaken to the remembrance of their own essence. And that's why we just have to kind of stop caring. And it's usually in love, you know? It's all in love. And it's good to build thick skin here. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the new moon in Aquarius and this grand trine in air that we have going on right now too. So right now we have the sun and moon in Aquarius and Pluto and Mercury. We have Jupiter in Gemini, and we have Maki Maki in Libra. We'll touch on that in a minute. But Aquarius, again, an Aquarius moon is innovation and collective evolution and freedom, really. And so this is a time for setting intentions of breaking free from old patternings and paradigms by embracing new ideas and expanding our cognition. It's the higher heart and the higher mind. So we're moving towards a more expansive, inclusive future. And so there's this emphasis on technologies and humanitarianism and forward thinking and co-collaborative projects. Okay, and with the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Pluto all here right now in Aquarius, this is not just change, guys. This is total revolution. And so this is the shift. This is what I will not stop talking about because this is the time that we came here for. Okay, and so supported with a grand trine in air. What's a grand trine? A grand trine is a harmonious flow of energy among 3 or more planets in the same element. So in this case, this is the air element. And I can't help but think of Avatar right now because I've been watching Avatar a lot recently, and I wish I had seen this as a child because it would have brought me a great deal of comfort. But yeah, speaking to the nature of the Avatar, this airbender and his soul's mission, he's got this high intellect, this charisma, this charm, this ability to connect dots and bring about different ways of doing things to help the world at large and bring peace and new energy to the planet. Okay, so Jupiter in Gemini, Jupiter expands everything it touches, and here it's expanding knowledge. It's expanding communication and neural networks and social networks. And so it's encouraging intellectual curiosity and mind travel of the mind, and embracing dual perspectives, and also acknowledging the coexistence of multiple truths. So to me, this is like accepting the multidimensional nature of reality at large. So now is the perfect time to absorb new information, open your mind to it, and then when you're called and when it's time, share the wisdom and communicate ideas that challenge the status quo. Okay, and then we have Maki Maki in Libra. Maki Maki is a much lesser known dwarf planet, and it represents creativity, and abundance and these beautiful new beginnings. But in a more ancient context, Maki Maki is the name for the creator god of the Rapa Nui people of the indigenous Polynesian group of the Easter Islands. And the Easter Islands I could dive into, but I might make a separate video on that. But what I want to point out as significant right now is this mythology of this being that created humans and brought about fertility to the land. And Maki Maki is also associated with abundance and creation of the natural world. And because of this, the dwarf planet is seen as a powerful force of life and growth, and it's linked to ideas of like spiritual rebirth and cultural resurgence. So again, that's like these ancient futuristic ideologies and principles and truths. And with this being in Libra, it's highlighting the need for balance and cooperation in interpersonal relationships. And so it's bringing beautiful harmony to your relationships amidst time of great change. And this energy supports creativity within partnerships. And it's also asking us to bring more beauty and fairness into our connections. And I think we could all benefit from that right now, especially as many people's realities are shifting and changing drastically. It's often thought that this planet brings about new beginnings and innovation, particularly in areas of culture and artistry and societal shifts. So it represents the drive to create and renew life on this deeper level and in rhythm with the natural forces. And it encourages the natural world and the interconnectedness of all sentient life forms and harmony of that here on the earth plane, on Mother Gaia. Okay, so how are these energies working together? The trine, this grand trine in air, is allowing the flow. It's allowing the flow of mental energies between Aquarius and Gemini and Libra. And this supports communication and innovation and intellectual breakthroughs right now. This is a great time for thinking outside the box. And again, Aquarius can't be put in a box, so we're exploring new concepts and fostering new collaborations, whether this is at a more personal level or at a grander, more collective level. And then we're beginning to birth these more advanced visions of a new earth here in the physical. Okay, so this grand air trine with a new moon in Aquarius on this lunar new year, and with this energy of this snake year, it's like the story of Earth's ascension from the third dimensional plane of existence to the fifth dimensional frequency, and it's written in our stars. Okay guys, so this is really beautiful, and I don't want to lose you here, but herein lies the shift that I keep talking about, and this is why we came here. And this is ushering in new earth. Okay, so we are living in the times that have been prophesized since the dawn of time, through all religious texts and through all ancient civilizations. Here is the end of days, which just means higher mind, new earth, ways of living. It's the collapse of the old and the bringing about of the new. Okay, so with this grand trine, we have a cosmic green light to set intentions for higher consciousness and collective well-being. And we have a focus on mental expansion, embracing new ways of thinking, and stepping into this fifth dimensional consciousness, where unity and balance and creativity thrive in the name of oneness. So to align with the energies of the new earth, we are building a more harmonious and sustainable and inclusive reality, bridging both the organic and the inorganic matrices with grace and with the comprehension or the understanding that these are all expressions of source. And so we don't really need to fight anything. We just need to learn to accept its existence and weave it into harmony, or see how we can weave into the harmonious aspect of what already exists in this higher frequency that we are now gaining access to. So with that, we can use the next few days to journal or brainstorm or vision board about what future oriented thinking looks like for you, and dream up new ways that we can contribute to the collective evolution right now. But how does it start at the microcosm? What do you need to shed to ascend? And focus on balancing your relationships, clearing out anything that feels dense, that doesn't align with this, and get creative too, I think is really important, because we'll learn how to navigate these times as we enter them. But what you can do now to help the subconscious around this is visualizing a world where intellectual and artistic collaboration and peaceful coexistence are the norm. Tap into this more Aquarian ideal of a future where organic and inorganic technologies, communication, and human connection merge to elevate us all. And as a closing thought, I think that this new moon is offering us a really, really big opportunity to step into a new mental frequency, unlocking new ideas and relationships that can help us evolve as individuals and as a collective. And so embracing the grand trine energy and setting bold intentions, very meaningful intentions that may rebel, reject, or maneuver around the norm or the status quo, and staying very open to these winds of change, because change is the only constant, and right now we are going to have a massive change in life as we know it, and that is a good thing. And so where do you need to clear density in your own being, or in your own subconscious mind, or in your own emotional body, so that you can more easily lock into this higher state of being, of existing? And sometimes too, I don't always mean higher, sometimes that comes through radical embodiment, and grounding and connecting with the earth as a sentient being herself. More to come. I love you very much. Happy Lunar New Year.